Who will direct Game of Thrones Season 8? The HBO show will see 4 directors helming the final Game of Thrones season. Game of Thrones will see veteran directors David Nutter, Miguel Sapochnik, David Benioff and D.B. Weiss helming installments from Season 8. The directing lineup was confirmed back in September last year, and from information gleaned in subsequent interviews, fans have a rough idea of who will be leading which episodes. According to fansite, winter is coming. This is what the Game of Thrones Season 8 directing lineup could look like. Episode 1, David Nutter. Episode 2, David Nutter. Episode 3, Miguel Sapochnik. Episode 4, David Nutter. Episode 5, Miguel Sapochnik. Episode 6, David Benioff and Dan Weiss. Game of Thrones Season 8 release. Nutter was slated to direct Season 7 episode The Spoils of War, but was later forced to pull out, reportedly due to health problems. He's previously led a number of Game of Thrones episodes, including Mother's Mercy, The Reigns of Castamere and Misa, among many others. Meanwhile, Sapochnik has worked on some of the fantasy drama's biggest episodes, such as The Winds of Winter, Battle of the Bastards and Hard Home. He wasn't able to work on Season 7 due to commitments on Netflix's forthcoming sci-fi epic Altered Carbon, but he'll back for the last cycle. Will there be another season of Game of Thrones? Finally, it seems apt that Game of Thrones showrunners close their epic drama by helming the last episode ever, even though HBO are keeping all plot details tightly under wraps. The previous work of the directors on Game of Thrones could hint at what type of episodes we can expect from each of them. For instance, Sapochnik is known for some of the show's biggest action set pieces, suggesting that his episodes could be more focused on battles, while Nutter has covered things like the Red Wedding from Season 3, a quiet but ultimately shocking moment in the show. Game of Thrones Season 8 leaked. How long are the episodes in Game of Thrones Season 8? Just like its predecessor, Game of Thrones Season 8 will have a total of 6 episodes, which the show's creators confirmed last year. The length of Game of Thrones episodes have started to vary as the show is nearing its end. It's not yet known how long each one will be, given the show is currently in production. However, it's thought that as this is the last season of Game of Thrones, Season 8 could have feature-length episodes that could be anywhere from 60 to 120 minutes. Season 7 was only 6 installments but featured some of the longest running times. The Season 7 finale, The Dragon and the Wolf, ran to a total of 81 minutes, making it the longest episode of the drama to date. Episode 5, Beyond the Wall, had a running time of 71 minutes, which made it again longer than the average Game of Thrones installment. The average length of a Game of Thrones episode is around 55 minutes. Who are the Game of Thrones Season 8 writers? HBO confirmed that Benioff and Weiss would be writing Season 8. Joining them would be Brian Cogman and Dave Hill. Cogman has been a key part of Game of Thrones, having worked on the show since the start and serving as a producer and editor. Plot details are being kept under wraps and without any original source material from George R.R. Martin. Fans are in the dark. However, a number of purported leaks have suggested what could happen in the final installment that will see the final battle between mankind and the White Walkers. Game of Thrones Season 8 will air in 2019.